Welcome to the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce News and Views show. I'm your host, Diane Sawyer, President and CEO of the Reidsville Chamber. Today we have a Meet the Chamber Champion edition, so I'd like to welcome to the show Lisa J. with the Destination Magazine.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I am excited. We've been talking about having you on for a while, so the day has finally come.
I know, right? It's here.
Yeah, yay! Well, we're going to start off talking about my favorite thing that you do, which is you tell people where to go. I love that. I love that tagline. It makes me so happy.
Yes.
Tell us what that means. Tell us a little bit about where that came from and how the magazine started and just.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Well, gosh, 15 years ago, living in Lake Norman with my kids and met Andy, my husband now, and we decided immediately that we had the passion to do something together, a business together, and something that we love to do.
Be creative together.
Yes, exactly.
Which is awesome.
Yes. And he has the background experience of pre-press, layout, graphic design, the whole 9 yards. And I've always been in sales and marketing, so it just kind of like was a match made in heaven.
Oh,
do you want to call it that? Yes, yes. So, but with that, we always had this fun time to where we just get in the car, get on the motorcycle, and just go. Just drive around and take this road, and somewhat find ourselves lost, but yet finding little hidden gems like Reidsville, Rockingham County, you know, our area, or any area in North Carolina pretty much, that we just love to be able to, you know, go in and visit and really feel that we have that personal connection when you meet the owner of the restaurant or the brewery or vineyard or somewhat. And that kind of just turned into, why don't we do our own publication and tell people where to go? And hence the little child was born, and I love telling people where to go.
I love it. I think it's so cute, like the whole telling people where to go, but like genuinely. So I think the first time I met you, you had ridden your bike, you had ridden the motorcycle, and I was like, she is a badass. Like she's just got it all together. It comes in as redhead, slinging that mane of hair with her helmet under her arm, and I was like, I'm gonna like this chick. She is gonna be like all of this. Of course, none of that is professional, but I mean, it's what I was thinking in my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna love her. And then I found out that you live in God's country with us, and I was like, oh, she lives in Bethany. Like, I love it. And so, I mean, it was kind of crazy. Like, you really do. Like, you come in, you have this energy, and people just like hang on to like what you have to say. And it's cool because you created this thing out of you guys just exploring and doing what you love to do, which is finding the next restaurant, vineyard, entertainment venue, whatever it is, cool little shops. And you've created this life where you get to do that and have fun doing it. And it's just awesome.
It's scary. It's almost like I got to be pinched pretty regularly because it's just, I love my life and what I do, and getting to share that with the readers that we have, and the fact that the magazine with all its editorial, it's all global. I mean, we're on Apple News, Google News, so it's
awesome.
Yeah, it's scary awesome.
But you just said it again. I was getting ready to say, I was like, you said the word scary, and I was like, let's talk about how scary is it in 2025 to be an entrepreneur, to be a business owner, to have your own gig that you're solely reliant on yourself for that. Tell me about that.
It's scary, but yet it's invigorating because, again, you have the control. you control what is going to be produced and what is going to, how far you go with anything. There's no ceiling. It's not like a corporate job or, 9 to 5 where you punch that clock and work for them. You have the control to do anything and everything. It's a lot of hard work. And a lot of people don't realize that owning your own business, it's not 9 to 5. It's going to be.
It's 24/7.
It's 24/7. So it's hard to punch out, and so you have to find that, real even balance of life, home, work, everything. But it's so worth it.
What would you tell somebody who is thinking about right now on the edge of their seat listening, like thinking, man, I really want to have that. I want to own my own business. I want to go after that passion. I want to do something. What would you tell them?
Go for it. Don't give up. And if you doubt yourself, find your network in your village of those people who can rally behind you and kick you when you need to, or, pick you up when you need to, or just be a shoulder or an ear because you need it. Because when it's just you or you and someone else, a partner or anything, it can be it's scary and lonely, but yet it can be so rewarding because you control everything. When it comes down to it, I get in the car and I'm gone and I'm hitting and going to all these locations and places and getting to meet so many amazing people and shop in their businesses and listen to them and how they are building their business. And it's just amazing.
It is, and it's funny that you said it inspired a thought in my brain. One of our favorite Rockingham County business owners has a franchise in Eden and Reidsville, J.R. Cecil. He's always saying, your network is your net worth. And he was like, I can't take credit for it. Somebody else said it.
Right.
But we talk about that a lot because that's what the chamber is founded on. Like, that's what we're based on, is connections and your network. And people like to think that it's based on marketing your business or, connections. Coffees are about connections. And I'm like, it's what that word means. It's so much more than that.
Yes.
It's about projects. It's about ideas. It's about things that are inspired out of gathering with a group of like-minded people. Yeah. It's about gathering information. It's about hearing things that you wouldn't have heard had you not, engaged in that.
Definitely.
But then also knowing that that's your group that you go to find out information.
Exactly.
It's just crazy how all of that works. I know that the magazine has been around for a long time. Tell us about it, though, for people who still don't know what it looks like, where to find it, what they would find in it. Tell me about that.
Well, I just happen to have one sitting right here. So it is literally this size. This is the magazine, and it is all about getting people off the couch, out of the house, go experience what might be in their own backyard that you might not have realized. And it's perfectly sized. I made sure it was this size to fit in a man's back pocket because I know how men are. It's like, roll it up, if it's a big one, and they try to shove it in their pocket or get it in their, inside. Or it's, here, honey, carry this. I want this to be able to go with them and travel with them and entice them to go see the places that we promote and we share about in the publication. Right now, if someone's around in the area, the chamber here, of course, has magazines, and good many of the shops in downtown have the publication, if they haven't already gotten all picked up, because they go quickly. But it's it's all about a publication to get people to go look at and see different businesses, shops, things to that nature. That's not the big box. Everybody has the accessibility now that they just shop online, and that, unfortunately, it really hurts our small entrepreneur businesses.
It does. What do you think when you talk about that? And usually we're in a setting where you're talking to like a group of people and you're so passionate about it. What are some of the most unique places you think? Like, tell us how far you reach, because you guys, I mean, across the state.
Yeah.
Like, tell us where the magazine's at across the state and what people can find, you know, when they're looking beyond Reidsville and Rockingham County.
Certainly. Well, I guess physically, the magazine is distributed from TKK, South Charlotte, South Carolina line, all the way up the 77 corridor through NODA, Uptown Charlotte, and Lake Norman, and all the way up to the Virginia Visitor Center at the Virginia line at North Carolina. Then, of course, little communities sprinkled all along the corridor. Then from the Durham, Cary, Raleigh area, 40, all the way up to Beach Mountain, and again, sprinkling between all the communities in between. We're in hotels, car dealerships, restaurants, spas, coffee shops, you name it. The list is enormous. We're in about 200 Food Line and Harris Teeters. And so, I mean, they're everywhere. And that's just physically. Online, again, you know.
It can reach the world.
Yeah, it can reach the world. And
tell us about the process. Two little people have this great magazine that's all over the place. Yeah. Like, what does a typical month, week 1, 2, 3, and 4 look like for you? Like those rolling deadlines.
Yeah, they're fast. They're quick. It is go, 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 constant. And Andy wants to probably shoot me every week. Every time it comes down to a press deadline, because, you know, just me trying to reach out to people and, you know, make sure that I've got things ready. And for him, he's so talented. Oh my God, he's so talented. And he can just go click, click, and it's like, you know, enough business or work for 10 people. You know, he's so efficient with his work. So I do tend to push the deadline a little bit on him. But I'm working on that, trying to do a little better and be more ahead of the game. So we're both not just running like chickens with our heads cut off. But that's
you let me know how that goes.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it's the fun of it. It's the fun of it as well too. So it's just, you know, that, you know, little, I guess, energized, you know, where it's like, oh, they called, oh, they're coming, you know, they want in, you know, things like that, and then creating the ad and making it beautiful and what the client wants. It's just a great process all the way around.
It's so much fun for me to watch you guys talk about what you do, because it's so true that if you're passionate about what you do, it doesn't feel like work. Yeah. And you guys just do such a great job. Tell us a little bit about who y'all are. I mean, I know you lived in Lake Norman at one point. Yeah. I've heard things about grandchildren and things at times, but like, tell us about how you ended up in Rockingham County and who Lisa and Andy J are.
Right. Well, let's see, 15 plus years ago now. Actually more than that. Well, I lived in Davidson, Lake Norman, and raising 2 kids. I have a boy and a girl, and Andy was living here in Rockingham County at his house, and we met in Charlotte, and hit it off immensely. And immediately, like, we're going to have a business together, no matter what. You're cute and all, but we're going to have a business together. The synergy was just amazing. And at that point, we just really kind of just decided to do what we're doing. And I said, well, if we're doing this, you're moving to Lake Norman, because that's where my core was. And I knew everyone. And it's hard to hide the 6-foot redhead. It's not easy. So we started it there, and it just exploded. And then 5 years in, it exploded again. And then my daughter went off to App State, and I said, pack your bags. We're moving back up to your place. And he was shocked. He was like, what, really? I'm like, yes. I'm done. I'm good. You know, I want to be out in the country. I want to have our home, you know. And Davidson was me being a single mom raising 2 kids. It was an investment property. It was in my head, you know. It gave me security for what I needed to do at that time in that chapter. With Andy and I doing what we did, starting the business, I really wanted to be back up in Summerfield, or, you know, Bethany. You know, whoever knows where Bethany is, you know. So, shh, the secret. So with that, that's where we came back to his place, and it's just so serene. I just absolutely love it, and that gives me and him, I feel, the time to be creative, because
I can see that.
Yeah, because I mean, we're both photographers,
It's quiet.
We're both writers, so it was, to me, I felt that it was the better situation to do that.
Well, you take it from that really fast-paced life and the rapid way that Lake Norman was growing.
Oh, God, yeah.
And you slow it way down to the country, and it's a different vibe.
Oh, totally. But it's interesting because, you know, I grew up in Charlotte, born and raised there, but it just has gotten incredibly crazy.
Big city.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I'm extremely happy with my little country life, and I love it.
But you also travel to all the places and
Yes.
do all the things on a regular basis. So you get the best of both worlds,
Right.
which is, in my opinion, that's where I like for it to be too. Like, I love raising my family in Rockingham County. I love the close, tight-knit when it comes to school and sports and all the things. But also, like, we love to travel. We love to go do things and see things and experience things. And
Definitely.
so, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And it's incredible, because I'm running and going quite often. You know, tomorrow I will be in Huntersville, down at Rural Hill Farm, which is a Scottish historical farm down there, and we're having the sheepdog trials.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
We used to play softball in Huntersville. I know exactly where that's
Yeah.
at. And my husband's grandmother actually lives in Denver, on the, like right in a neighborhood on the lake. So.
Okay. My mom lives in Denver.
Yeah.
So I'll be down there.
She's actually in Cheryl's Ford, I should say. But they're right.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, that's right there.
Pretty much all the same.
Yeah, for sure. Slant Bridge Road.
Yes. So Ridge Road. That's exactly right over there.
Yep, definitely.
So it's kind of funny because my husband talks about it. He's like, I watched it so our family history is his dad coming from East Tennessee with Duke Energy to Blues to Lake Norman. And so they watched it from the time that exit was a Hardee's.
Yeah.
There was nothing else.
Nothing else.
And now it's like all of Greensboro on one stretch of road.
Right.
So it's crazy. But I mean, it's bumper to bumper traffic, and then of course your whole racing community. They I mean, there are very few of the NASCAR community that doesn't live right there.
Right. Yeah.
And
Definitely.
so it's a constant, and a lot of the athletes, like now you have like the folks that are at the Panthers and you have so it's kind of just like blown up in the last 20 years in such a way that, but I mean, we all benefit from that because the state benefits from it, the economy benefits from it. And, the lake is beautiful. I mean, it's a gorgeous place, but obviously like for a slow pace of life, for a creative pace of life, obviously Bethany, Stokesdale, Summerfield, whatever address is that way, but it lends itself to like that nature, that serene, that kind of like noise be gone,
right?
So I can think
exactly. That's exactly
make things happen.
Yeah, that's exactly it, and that's been a huge help. And so my only thing is I'm 2 hours away from the daughter, 2 hours away from the son and grandson, and so I'm just like, just
the same for us. My brother's in Wake Forest, and so like I mean, it's the same, but we make it work and we do the best we can. But so one thing I want to ask you before we get on, what do you think some of the most unique, maybe your top 3 most unique places that you guys have featured?
Oh gosh, man,
something that just really stands out to you, and maybe not even around anymore, but something that has been your favorite thing to you were like, this was in our magazine,
right? Oh gosh, it's so hard because
there's a lot.
There's so much, or
maybe your favorite type of thing.
Yeah, well, I am an adventurist, so I'm more the daredevil and the things I love doing that.
No, not you.
So I love, I guess, getting on my motorcycle, hitting the roads, riding up to Hanging Rock, some of the roads up there, and just popping into Rockies and getting a ice cream, coffee, or whatever. Then 226A over in Marion. It's one of my other favorite roads that I like riding around and scooting over to. We have so many gems.
I don't know how you pick.
It's so hard because I'm like, oh no, but and, so I'm constantly in my head just going, but that one is too. So it's like, I mean, I just be listing constantly because there's so many qualities in each and every little town, and the beauty of it.
Which makes the whole point of you could literally pick your magazine up and do something different every weekend.
Oh, yes.
People say all the time, oh, there's nothing to do.
Right. And that's like,
I'm sure that aggravates
there's
you.
a lot
There's
to
a lot to do.
There's so much to do. And that's why I'm just like, come on.
Well, let's talk about that edition in your hand.
Okay.
Tell me about what that's about. It's the holidays.
It's all about shopping for the holidays.
Why is shopping local so important?
Because they're the backbone of our country.
Mm-hmm.
The people who are the small business owners, they literally are the roots and foundation of our nation. And
obviously, like, clearly you just said it so beautifully. Clearly, I want people to shop local in Rockingham County, but I am just as happy for people to go to other unique places that are in your magazine and shop local with those folks. Because tourism is a big part of what drives dollars here. People don't really realize that. We see folks here in the visitor center that are from all over the place. And so the more that we have to offer locally, the more we have to offer to visitors.
Exactly.
And so being able to go like this, one of the things that's coming up that I think is just a hidden jewel of an event that nobody even realizes sometimes, and I'll admit I didn't go until recently myself, is the Christmas show that the Penthouse does,
Right.
with all the artisans.
Right.
When you go over there, they are on the grounds everywhere. They are in every nook and cranny of that place.
Yeah.
And you can go do so much shopping with local people, local crafters.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff
Yes.
that you can get year round in local shops.
Right. Exactly.
And so if people would just take a chance and get out of their comfort zone,
Yes.
get out of their car, off the couch, and go through the doors.
Yes.
A lot of times you drive through and you're like, I don't know what's behind the doors. Well, get out and walk and open the door.
Exactly.
And just check it out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that's a big thing is that, I really focus on trying to let communities know, let me help you get the people off the interstate to come back into downtown. There's so much that has grown up at the interstate where people think, oh, that must be that town. No. Let's pull them off the interstate and let them realize there's a small community, a downtown that's been there for a lot of years that need people here and to shop. And so, it's a passion. I love doing what I do, and I want to help every community as much as I can because it makes me happy, to see that, people are coming in the door. And that
it's a vibe and it's a concept that some people just innately get. And you're one of those people. And like, you just get it. I'm one of those people. I get it. And so I think for us, like, we just want everybody else to get it and to understand it.
Yes.
And so we do everything we can to try to get people's attention. And
Certainly.
So.
Well, in our world nowadays, it's just go, go, go. It's just such a rat race. And everything is just instant. I mean, it's that double-edged sword because it's great to have accessibility like that, but yet then it tends to bite you in the tail also because of that convenience. The small business owners are hurting because of that. Like, for example, on the cover right now, we have shopping at the Carolina Renaissance Festival. So every person at the Renaissance Festival right now is an artisan. They pay heavily to be there to show their wares and everything that they make to sell, and that's how they live. That's their income. And we always think it's kind of cool to be able to go and find that one-of-a-kind little gem.
So unique.
Yeah, and so, but that's just one of them. You've got all the local shops
for sure
in town. So it's, I just love what we do and to help people grow their business.
Yeah.
And get people in their door.
Yes. Well, if you can believe it, we're out of time.
Oh my God.
I know.
That went quick.
I know. So is there anything else you would want to add?
I guess, really just, if nothing else, grab a magazine, go online, take a look at it, go find somewhere to go. Let me tell you where to go.
Yes.
Because I guarantee you'll enjoy what you find once you get out of your little bubble.
Yep, I think so too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa, so much for being on the show. We appreciate
thank
your
you.
partnership. We love that you guys are Chamber Champs with us, and we love the magazine, and we're glad to have it here in the Chamber and Visitor Center.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it.
All right, folks, that is it for today's News and View show. As always, you can find us in the heart of downtown Reidsville at 140 South Scale Street, online at www.reidsvillechamber.org, and all of our social media channels. So stay tuned. We'll see you soon.